We're shorter on time than I thought. Let's do law and crime. This was sent to me Thursday. I've been sitting on this, waiting for you guys. To Mr. Stephen Birch and me. Dear Mr. Birch, our office has been made aware of the February 22nd, 2022 counter notification filed by your client, Nicholas Robert Rekieta, hereinafter Mr. Rekieta, in regard to the above referenced matter. As you have been previously advised, I am legal counsel at Law News, Inc., the owner and operator of Law and Crime Network, hereinafter Law and Crime, which streams live trials, courtroom procedures, and government proceedings, many times with its own analysis and commentary. As stated in our prior correspondence to you, dated January 19th and February 18th, Law and Crime is the sole and complete owner of the video entitled Watch Live, Wisconsin versus Chandler Alderson Day 1, Prosecution Opening Statement by William Brown, original video, which was originally published on January 4th, 2022 via Law and Crime's YouTube channel. To reiterate, Law and Crime owned and operated all 3 of the cameras that were in the courtroom capturing that trial. Mr. Rekieta has infringed upon Law and Crime's original video by taking and publishing it on his YouTube page in a commercial capacity, infringing content, and has also violated the media instructions specifically issued by the court in this case. This is false. Let's real quickly look at this. Amended order regarding media and courtroom access. Okay. Court is mindful of the need to balance the right of the parties to a fair trial with the public's right to access. Here's the court's order. Pursuant to this, video cameras will be permitted access to the media room adjacent to courtroom 7D. These cameras will be subject to any restrictions set by the court. Because the media room has limited space, no more than 3 video cameras may be used at one time. Media is encouraged to cooperate in the video process, as no additional cameras, still, or video will be permitted within the courtroom. Somebody tell me what I didn't do that I could have possibly been ordered to do in this scenario. Mind you, I'm also not under the jurisdiction of a Wisconsin court. I'm not in Wisconsin. I'm not physically present. None of those things apply to me. I don't have a camera in the courtroom. In contrast to the false and misleading claims made by you and your client, Law and Crime not only owns the footage from the trial, which they could have told us earlier, but they didn't. They could have just showed us that it was their cameras, but has also secured the copyright registration of the original video. This is new. They got it. They got the copyright registration. Attached as Exhibit A to this correspondence is a certificate of registration issued by the U.S. Copyright Office for the original video. As such, if our office chooses to pursue litigation to resolve the issue, we would be fully entitled to seek statutory damages and attorney's fees from your client. In regard to the media instructions by the court, Mr. Rekieta has violated the December 28, 2021 order issued in the Chandler Alderson trial by Judge John D. Hyland, which instructed all media to cooperate in the video process, as no additional cameras, still, or video will be permitted within the courtroom. That is not an order of the court, you retard. The media is encouraged is not an order of the court. It would say the media shall, and you would have to define the media, because again, I'm not under the jurisdiction of Wisconsin courts. I'm not in Wisconsin. I'm not in the courtroom. I have not submitted a motion before the court. I have not asked for permission to practice in front of this judge in this matter. You actual fucking idiot. The media is encouraged. It's not even an order binding you. It's literally an encouragement. All kinds of ambiguity exists in this paragraph. As Law and Crime operated the only 3 cameras allowed in the courtroom, per the order, all other media members and commentators were and are required to reach out to our office to utilize its feed. Nope, that's not in the order at all. Literally not present. You're making things up again, law cucks. You're stretching the truth again, and you know it. Mr. Rekieta had every opportunity to abide by the provisions in this order and request consent from Law and Crime to utilize its feed. But I didn't have to. It's also not in the order. but he instead blatantly ignored the court's instructions and misappropriated Law and Crimes footage. Oh, did I? Further, as advised in our February 18th, 2022 letter, your position that Mr. Rekieta's utilization of Law and Crimes trial feed constitutes fair use is completely inaccurate. For the reasons already stated in our correspondence to you, several of the factors examined in the fair use analysis clearly weigh in Law and Crimes' favor, including the amount of material used, commercial nature of the use, and its impact on the market. We could go back and forth on this further, but I'm sure you understand the limitations of a fair use argument in this scenario. I'm sure you understand the limitations of your fair use analysis in this scenario as well. Despite the violations listed above, which we're very confident in, and the strength of our claims, which we're very confident in, our office, for the time being, has decided to refrain from pursuing litigation against your client. Of course you have. This was the dumbest thing you could have done. From the start, you have been stumbling over your own ovaries. What were you thinking? Instead, we will be pursuing a content ID claim in regard to Law and Crimes' original video. A content ID claim would allow Mr. Rekieta's videos to remain active on his channel without a copyright strike, and Law and Crime would simply receive any advertising revenue generated from such videos going forward, because I've already been paid the revenue going backwards, and that only happens from the start of a content ID claim. Going forward, should Mr. Rekieta wish to utilize Law and Crime videos, feeds, or coverage, he must contact our team first requesting permission. Contact our team first requesting permission first, in accordance with judicial rules, and we will be happy to accommodate. If not, we will at the very least be pursuing content ID claims for any other videos infringing on Law and Crimes content as well. We hope this compromise amicably resolves this matter. Sincerely, Eric P. Slater. Long story short, if they take all of the advertising revenue from a live stream, pennies a day. Literal pennies. So good. Good. Go for it. If they're going to pursue it on all of them, it'll be funny because there are many of them that they do not own the copyrights to. Here's the thing. So right now, they've decided not to pursue it. They could change their mind tomorrow, even if I do nothing. Even if I do nothing, if I do zero things, they could sue me tomorrow. Despite what the letter says. They could sue me the next day, the next day, the next day, the next day. They have till the statute of limitations on the infringement, which is I don't know what that is. Maybe 2 years, something like that. But they could sue at any point. So whether I counterclaim the content ID thing won't actually change their ability to sue in any way. It doesn't do anything. That's YouTube's system, and that's a whole different thing from the copyright claim. But this marks the current end of the saga, unless they change their mind. Which, who knows? Who knows what they'll end up doing? But that's it. That's the Law and Crime saga. So far, it's fizzled out.